Good evening. This is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel as I continue on the Park Series. The professional sports teams that didn't win the championship during that season. This is Part 41. Now we're talking about the 2004 New York Yankees. Now this is a team definitely should have won the championship. Once again, this is Part 41 of the professional sports teams that didn't win the championship during that season. Well, this is why I want to talk about the 2004 New York Yankees, because this is a team that should have won it in 2004. Now, this is a team that acquired Alex Rodriguez for the first time that year. And obviously, there's a lot of high expectations. The Yankees won 101 games, lost 61 games. They had the best record in the league. That went to the St. Louis Cardinals, who won 105 games and lost only 57. Now, St. Louis Cardinals would go to the World Series, but they would play the Red Sox, where the Red Sox swept the Cardinals in 4 games. Now, this is why they are on this list of the teams that didn't win the championship, and they should have won it. When you talk about a team like the Yankees, because the Yankees were up 3-0. Obviously, I remember this series. Now, in order to break a curse, which what Boston Red Sox was dealing with, you gotta do things the hard way. And they did that. They overcame an 0-3 deficit, and they made history. They were the first team in Major League Baseball history and the third team from a major North American professional sports league to overcome a 3-0 postseason deficit. They did that against the Yankees in the ALCS. It's amazing. Still hard to believe to this day, but they did it. They went on to win the World Series, and Ramirez won the championship. But this Yankee team had high expectations, obviously. They won, it was their third consecutive season where they won 100 plus games. It was the first such instance in franchise history. That 2004 Yankee team that won 100 plus games for the third straight season, managed by Joe Torre, and they beat the Minnesota Twins in 4 games. The wild card, but they blew a 3-0 lead. The 2004 Yankees are the only team in Major League Baseball history to lose a 7-game playoff series after taking a 3-0 lead. It's crazy, but it happened. Let's look at the players, the stats, and all that. Again, this is a team that had acquired Alex Rodriguez for the first time. All season, people just felt that it was going to be, a done deal, and he was acquired. Actually, that was on it was in a trade. February 16, 2004, the New York Yankees sent Alfonso Soriano, and a player to be named later was sent to the Texas Rangers in exchange for Alex Rodriguez. The New York Yankees sent Joaquin Arias to the Texas Rangers to complete the trade. So Rodriguez was supposed to be the difference maker in a sense. He was already a great player, but this wasn't a good way to come to the team and be part of the team that lost a 3-0 deficit. Now, as Rodriguez definitely delivered the goods, he hit 286, 36 home runs, 106 RBIs. Jeter had a 292 batting average, 23 home runs, and 78 RBIs. Sui had 31 home runs, 108 RBIs, 31 home runs. Gary Sheffield had 36 home runs and 121 RBIs, and 290. I think Sheffield was on his team for the first time too. Those are all season moves. Let me see. He had to be. I don't see it, but he had to come to the Yankees. I don't think he was on that 03 team. Sheffield was on that team. And again, they just blew a 04, an 03 lead, it just went downhill for the Yankees. They won game one 10-7. They did their thing. Game two, they won 3-1. Then it got even interesting when they won 19-8 on 22 hits. So they were just doing their thing at that time. And yeah, Sheffield came to the Yankees in 2004. He played 3 seasons. Okay. Anyway, back to get to this ALCS. The Yankees were doing great. They were dominating the series, having their way with the Red Sox. But game 4, Red Sox won in extra innings, 6-4. Game 5, Red Sox won game 5 in extra innings in 14 innings, 5-4 in 14 innings. So now the series is tied at 3. Now it's 3-2, going back to Yankee Stadium. Boston, in game 6, scored 4 runs in the 4th inning, and they never turned back. Kurt Schilling pitched a great game. He's the winning pitcher in that's game 6. They won 4-2. Then game 7 is all Boston. 2 home runs was hit by Johnny Damon. Dave Ortiz, Bellhorn hit a home run, and they won 10-3. He's jumped on the Yankees. He's dominating. Crazy. And they ended up winning that series, Boston. So when you look at the Yankees just picked the wrong time to have a collapse. And that was not a good way to end the series as far as the Yankees are concerned, as far as that ALCS is concerned. Because when you're up 3-0 with the kind of lineup that they had and what they was doing, you just don't lose like that. But the turning point was Dave Roberts still in second base, with the Yankees leading game 4 by a run in the 9th inning. That changed everything. Then Bill Mueller hit a single off of Rivera and tied the game up. Then Ortiz hit a home run in extra innings. Then Ortiz came up big in the game 5 with a single in the 14th inning. Then Kurt Schilling pitched with a bloody sock due to an injury to his ankle. Pitched 7 innings, did his thing, and they won game 6. Then they dominated game 7 of Red Sox. 10-3. And Ortiz won the MVP. So it was like the Yankees just picked the wrong time just to be in a situation where you just don't lose like that, 10-3. So that's basically it for the Yankees, man. That was just a bad time for the Yankees. Yankees wouldn't win a championship to 2009, and that's how it was for the Yankees during that period of time, trying to win a championship since 2000. You make moves in the offseason. The biggest one was A-Rod, and they still lose. They still don't get the job done. So that's how it was at the time. So that concludes a look at the professional sports teams that didn't win the championship during that season. This is part 41, talking about the 2004 New York Yankees. The 2004 New York Yankees. Please subscribe, like, comment, do whatever you can to support the channel. This is Rashad Mitchell. Until then, talk to you tomorrow.